Power for men is one of the top things on our list. Every man wants power. But for a man to truly get power, he has to understand that there are certain rules and strategic ways to become powerful, because it doesn't fall out of the sky. Just like anything else, power must be earned. Even though weak men have a natural need for power, they suppress it and block it, just like how society tells them. They feel ashamed to search or want power, so they don't even try to understand the rules behind achieving and maintaining power. Don't feel ashamed for wanting to become more powerful, because searching for it is the masculine thing to do. Today, we will go over 8 strategic ways to gain power as a man. Number 1. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Build your own path instead. A man that wants a big name for himself should never try to step into the shoes of a man greater than him. He should form his own way. And when I say form his own way, I mean distance yourself and don't try to exactly be like the greater man, because you will never live up to their standards, and people will see you as an imposter, a wannabe. People's loyalty will stay with the greater man before you. For example, you have all seen the rise of Andrew Tate, and you have all seen the power he's managed to build. But at the same time, you have also seen how many new mini Andrew Tates have been made and have appeared after his rise. Don't get this wrong. Agreeing with what he has to say is all good, and it is always good to promote a message of self-improvement. But for men online to completely change what they were doing and try to fill the shoes of Tate, and try to imitate his character in an effort to get a share of the respect and power he has earned is pathetic. Not only will people know you are relying on him for success, but your place on the power hierarchy will not rise, because you just copied another man. Instead, you must carve your own path and use other men as a guide for what you're doing, not as a full plan. Understand that what happens first always appears better and more original than what comes after. So there is no point in being the same. Establish your own name and identity. Because once you imitate someone long enough, even when you do say something unique, something of value, people will still think you are imitating that person, and the credit will go to that person. As a result, there will no longer be room to create your own name. Number 2. Keep people dependent on you. As harsh as this may sound, it is true and is an effective way to increase power in all things. When a person or group of people are dependent on you for something, they have no choice but to listen to your demands, beliefs, decisions, and anything else you want. This is why Saudi Arabia has power when it comes to negotiations with the US. With the flick of a switch, they can put a pause to the oil that the US is dependent on. And likewise, America has many other countries relying on them for other things, which also gives them power. This not only applies to politics, but also applies to your day-to-day relations. Maybe there is a kid in school that you have to be kind to, because if you don't, he will not do your homework. In this relationship, you are depending on him, so he has the power. If you get rude to him, you will no longer get free homework. Another example, if you have a wife with no source of income, she will have to rely on you. She will have to listen to your demands and beliefs, because she is dependent on you, giving you the power in the house. And of course, if your woman earns the same as you or more, she will no longer be reliant on you. Therefore, the power dynamic from the money side of things doesn't exist anymore. The raw truth is, if you keep people dependent on you, they will never cross you. But whether you want to let others learn to depend on themselves and lose your power, or keep them depending on you and keep the power, is all up to you, and not a call for me to make. But this rule is dangerous and should only be used wisely. Number 3. Guard your reputation. The quickest and easiest way to lose power is through your reputation. Every man and woman you will come across will have most likely heard about your positive or negative reputation, even before they get to know you. Because your reputation travels faster than your words and actions. Most of the time, people don't even spend thought and time to get to know you as a man. They will gather the information out there, which is your reputation, and base it around you. Which leads on to say, if you have a bad reputation, most people will view you this way. And if you have a good reputation, most people will view you this way too. This is why you must protect it at all costs. When a man or anyone tries to ruin your reputation, you must realize and stop them at any cost. Because once it is damaged, it will be very hard to bring back. Reputation is something that we naturally want to protect. There is a reason why many people are afraid to put their lives on the internet, because naturally they know that once they do something wrong, their reputation will be damaged forever on the internet. Since reputation is so important, there will always be people waiting for the opportunity to put a hole in your reputation and share it for the public to terrorize. So guard it with your life. Guard it and build it up, because once you have it, your power will spread in the strongest way possible, as will the respect that people will have for you. Good word will spread about you like a wildfire. Number 4, always be open to networking opportunities. The truth is, the easiest way to the top in any realm is by knowing people. Not just people that are better than you in whatever it is you're doing, but also people that are good in other fields different to yours. We all have different skills and capabilities. Your self-improvement journey is to improve every day. But know that meeting others in the same field and different fields will accelerate your progress and rise in power. Just like when you struggle to find an item in a shopping center, the smart thing to do is to ask someone that works there and knows where it is instead of wasting your time searching for it. Number 5, history repeats itself. What happens before or has happened in the past will happen again. The reason this is important for you to know is because a man that wants to gain or maintain power must look at how others have done it before. Things that have happened in the past will or tend to happen again in one way or another. Which means the more you read and learn about what has happened to the lives of others, the more you will understand how their actions affected the outcomes and results, and can also help you prevent any mistakes they have done in the past and identify problems that otherwise would have been overlooked. In life, there are very few choices that you can make, so making the right choices on your path is important. And what better way than to learn from others that have done it before you? If you want to open a finance YouTube channel, go and look at how all the successful finance channels started and learn from it. And when you notice a bad decision that these channels have made in the past, you'll learn to not do them too. Ultimately, you can use the past to identify the things you should avoid and the things you should obtain. Number 6, master your communication skills. Being able to communicate with people in the right way is often overlooked and forgotten about, but it's vital. A lot of times more important than a man's IQ. Knowing how to structure your words and sentences in the right way pushes your conversations to its desired goal. You don't want to be talking to people just for the sake of it. You want to achieve something through that conversation, and by mastering your communication skills, you will be able to push this conversation to whatever direction you want. It will help you close deals in business. It will help you get the girl you want, and it will help you talk confidently in front of large crowds. There is no good having all these amazing ideas and knowledge, but not being able to share it with the people around you. Number 7, not searching for people's empathy. The truth is, as a man, you cannot be searching for empathy, because not only will it stop you from fighting for the things that will solve your problems, but it won't allow society to respect you either. It is as simple as that. Men who don't have themselves in check don't receive respect. As soon as you become a grown man, you must be accountable for your mistakes and accept that not everything is going to go your way, and that you must find a solution to every problem you face. Another reason why you can't be vulnerable in front of people is because you don't know who would try to use your weakness against you. Even if they didn't at that moment, they will later down the line. Number 8, don't be hypersensitive to criticism. Before you become a powerful and respected man, you will come across criticism, and the way you handle it will say a lot about you as an individual. When people see that a man can't handle criticism, they instantly assume he doesn't know how to handle pressure. And not handling pressure well shows that you are not worthy of the respect nor power. Learn to accept criticism, because most of the time, criticism, even if exaggerated, comes from a small bit of truth, which you can improve. If you want to keep leveling up as a man, show some love. Until next time, brothers.